Hello guys, I am Dr. P.K. Verma. All the students of biology and the teachers, colleagues are most welcome in this session. Today I shall discuss kingdom fungi. You all know that in the earlier classification, in the Thallophyta division of plant kingdom, fungi were included along with algae. But now, in the Whitaker's classification of 5 kingdoms, fungi has been separated from Thallophyta and it has now independent status as a kingdom. Except yeast, these are multicellular and filamentous organisms. Their filaments are known as hyphae. The hyphae branch freely and form a tangled mass known as mycelium. These are without chloroplast and any other plastid. They have a cell wall, but it is made of chitin, often known as fungal cellulose. In this chitin, beta-D-glucose and glucosamine is present in place of only the beta-D-glucose. In a filament of fungus, the cell walls separating two cells are called septa. It may be present or it may be absent. When the septum is absent, it becomes aseptate or sinusoidal hyphae, that is, the cells become associated with each other, the filament becomes tubular and multinucleated. Most of the fungi are monoploid, but some may be diploid. That is, in the nucleus, there is one set of chromosomes, but after fertilization, the nucleus becomes diploid. In case of sinusoidal hyphae, the entire tubular structure is multinucleated. So, whether the organism is haploid or diploid, it is considered on the basis of the nature of the nucleus itself. Because they have no plastid, no chloroplast, so these are dependent on the dead and decaying organic matters, that is, their nutrition is saprotrophic, or on the other living plants or animals, that is, they may be parasitic. So some fungi are saprotrophs and obligatory parasite, but some are purely parasitic in nature. They store their food in the form of wild droplets and glycogen. Because of this, some species of mushroom are edible, but many of the fungi may be toxic. The fungal toxins are known as mycotoxins. The fungi have two phases in life cycles, a vegetative phase and another is reproductive phase. They reproduce sexually as well as asexually. And various types of spores are formed for asexual reproduction as well as for sexual reproduction. Now, kingdom fungi has been classified on the basis of their sexual reproduction, and there are 4 classes. The class 1, first class is called Phycomycetes, second is Ascomycetes, third one is Basidiomycetes, and the fourth is Deuteromycetes. Earlier, in place of mycetes, the term mycota was used, that is Phycomycota, Ascomycota, Basidiomycota, or Deuteromycota. Now come to the first class, Phycomycetes. It is a large and heterogeneous group of primitive true fungi, except a few unicellular species. Members of this group are characterized by their hyphae, which are multinucleated and branched. That is, these are aseptate and sinusoidal. There is no septa in between 2 nuclei. So just by seeing the fungal mycelium, one can recognize whether it is Phycomycetes or not. In some species, the septa are formed in older branches during development of reproductive structures, that is, a sporangium for asexual reproduction and gametangium for the sexual reproduction. So the septum is confined only to these branches, forming a sporangia or the gametangia. The asexual reproduction takes place by formation of spores in a specialized structure called sporangium. In Mucor and Rhizopus, the asexual spores are covered with thick wall or cyst. These are called aplanospores. They germinate in the favorable condition to produce the next generation of sinusoidal hyphae. At first, in the sporangium, there is a single large nucleus, but by multiple fission, it breaks into many hundred or almost 1,000 spores. So, multiple fission is characterized in this sporangia. In the aquatic fungi, such as Saprolegnia, motile zoospores are formed in which there is no cell wall. These spores, after swimming for some time, shed off the flagella and become immotile and develop a cyst. In Albugo, Cystopus and Pythium, these spores germinate to form the new generation of fungus, but in Saprolegnia, a second generation of zoospore is formed. So the life cycle of Saprolegnia is slightly complicated, and it is discussed thoroughly in the honors classes, graduation course. For sexual reproduction, some species require organism of same mating type, that is homothallic. 2 filaments of the same body can help in reproduction. But some other require different mating types, that is heterothallic. One is named as plus and another is minus hypha. From these mycelia, a lateral branch called progametangium develops and comes in contact of each other. At their tips, a multinucleated segment is cut off, forming gametangium, and the rest of the part acts as suspension. Now these two gametangia fuse together and form zygospore. A dark and thick cell wall develops over the zygospore and it enters into a long phase of dormancy. In the favorable condition, a germ sporangium develops from these zygospores, and inside them nuclei undergoes meiosis to form both plus and minus types of spores, and these are released out and germinate in suitable grounds. Now see a photograph of bread infected with Rhizopus. Rhizopus and mucor both are found on bread, and these are very much similar to each other, but in case of Rhizopus the root-like structures are formed, whereas in mucor these root-like structures are not formed. These aerial branches are called sporangiophores, and the round structure on their apex is called sporangium. The spores are formed by multiple fission in these sporangia. Now in mucor, when the mycelia on the surface of bread are separated by suspending them in water, you can see such black spots. These round black structures are mature sporangia. When an individual sporangium is observed carefully, it is found packed with a large number of small spores inside them. Because these are on the apex of aerial branches, the outer surface readily dries up and breaks, so these spores are liberated into air and dispersed by wind. Now, in class Phycomycetes, some important plants are Syncytium endobioticum. It causes wart disease of potato. Pythium dibarianum, damping of tobacco and chilies. Pythium ephenidermatum causes soft rot of papaya. Pythium graminicolum causes wheat rot. Phytophthora infestans causes late blight of potato. Albugo candida causes white rust of mustard. And Rhizopus causes spoilage of bread, pickles, and fruits, etc. So many of them are parasitic, whereas saprotrophic form of fungus is Rhizopus and mucor. Mucor is commonly called black mold. It is because of the color of the spores. Now the second class is Ascomycetes. Ascomycetes are commonly called sac fungi. It is a very large group of true fungus found in variety of habitats. Most of them are terrestrial occurring as saprotrophs or parasite. A few species are found underground or the hypogean. Those which grow on dung of specific animals are called coprophilous or caprophilous, growing on the dung. Penicillium and Aspergillus frequently grow on stored food items, fruits and vegetables. They can be grown even on the bread. Yeast is unicellular, but other species have filamentous body. The hypha are profuse, branched and septate, which may be uninucleated or binucleated. These septa are, however, centrally perforated, through which the protoplasm and nuclei can pass across. So in many of the cells, multinucleated condition is often seen. However, in most cases, uninucleated and septum mycelium is the characteristic sign of this class, Ascomycetes. For asexual reproduction, vertical branches known as conidiophores develop from the mycelium. In apex of Aspergillus, the branch divides many times, forming sterigmata, and at the apical part of sterigmata, there is a series of mitosis. The spores are formed one after another, forming long chains of spores or the conidiospores. So the bunch of spores together with the branches called sterigmata form the conidia of the Aspergillus. These spores become deep brown or black, develop a protective cyst, and are liberated in air. It is the photograph of yeast. You can see that on a larger cell, some smaller cells are present. These smaller cells are called buds. So they start division by budding also, multiply very fast, and yeast is very important because it is used in fermentation of sugar solution. Now this photograph is that of penicillium. You see there are branches once or twice, and at the apex one by one the spores are formed from basal part towards apex. So the oldest spore is at apex and liberated in air, and the most new is at their bases. Now it is the photograph of Aspergillus. In Aspergillus, a round conidium is formed from which so many small branches develop, and over these branches chain of spores are formed. So after maturity these spores are liberated in air. This is the fine photograph of conidium. 4 conidia are there in case of Aspergillus. In Penicillium, the conidiophores divide a number of times and form branches known as medulla or stegmata. When the chain of conidia is formed on each, it looks like brush used to clean the floor, that is penicillium. Hence this name penicillium has been given. The spores are blue-green in color, so it is also called blue mold or green mold. Sexual reproduction is found in Penicillium luteum, Penicillium glaucum, Penicillium vermiculatum, etc. A functional male, that is antherial hypha, and a functional female, that is escogonial hypha, are formed, but there is no real fertilization between antheridium and escogonium. It may be that some protoplasm from antheridium passes into escogonium that activates its nucleus to further divide, make pairs, and then undergo the process of fertilization. The nuclei of escogonium themselves become paired, perform a complex process of fertilization. The zygote form ascus, and when meiosis occurs in ascus, the ascospores are formed. So there is meiosis after fertilization. Some common examples of ascomycetes are yeast, Saccharomyces cerevisiae. It is used in alcoholic fermentation, and some of the species are pathogenic also. Aspergillus, most species spoil our food. Some species are pathogenic to animals. Aspergillus flavus forms aflatoxin. Aspergillus oryzae is used in preparation of wine from rice and soybean sauce. Penicillium notatum and Penicillium chrysogenum produce antibiotic penicillin. It is the first antibiotic discovered by Alexander Fleming. Aspergillus and Penicillium are used in formation of organic acids also. One species, Marcella, is edible. It looks just like mushroom. It is also non-toxic. It is the photograph of Marcella. Now class 3 is Basidiomycetes. There are 550 genera and 1500 species of Basidiomycetes, but you are more familiar to mushroom, toadstool, puffballs, bracket fungi, etc. Some of them cause rust and smut disease in the plants. The vegetative body is made of well-developed septate mycelia in which the hyphae become freely branched. Mycelium of Basidiomycetes passes through 3 stages of development before completion of life cycle. The primary mycelium is uninucleated, but develops from the germination of basidiospores. Then it becomes multinucleated and septa start developing, separating two nuclei in each cell. So each cell of the basidiomycetes has two nuclei. Primary mycelium is uninucleated and the secondary mycelium is binucleated. It is said that these two nuclei are dissimilar. One is plus type, another is minus type. It is also called dikaryophage or dikaryon hyphae. In majority of basidiomycetes, the secondary mycelium is characterized by presence of clamp connection. Clamp connection is a special connection by which the nuclei arising from conjugate division of a binucleated cell and separated into two daughter cells. That means the problem was if one nucleus is plus type, another is minus type, how after cell division both nuclei pass into two daughter cells. So the problem was solved by formation of the clamp connection that you will see now in a photograph as well as through a diagram. In this process, before the cell begins to divide, a small hook-like outgrowth is formed between the two nuclei, and through the clamp connection, one of the two daughter nuclei of anterior nucleus comes back in between the two daughter nuclei of the posterior nucleus. That is, anterior and posterior both nucleus divide to form two daughter nuclei. Now from anterior part, one daughter nucleus comes back through the clamp connection in between the posterior two nuclei. So 1 plus 1 minus, another plus, another minus, 4 nuclei become in series and a cell wall is formed separating both set of nuclei. So it is very interesting type of division in their hypha. In this photograph you can see a clamp, a side growth of tube connecting these two cells. One cell is here, another cell is here. This clamp connects posterior cell with the anterior cell. Now what happens during this process? You see there are two nuclei, one black painted, another just round structure. They divide. A and B, both nuclei divide. Here the two types 2A are formed and here 2Bs are formed. This side wall, side branch of clamp is formed, moves backward and join the cell. Now one nucleus from anterior part passes through the clamp to the posterior part and a cell wall is formed here. Thus both type of nuclei are distributed equally in the two cells. So clamp connection is another important identification of basidiomycetes, binucleated nature and formation of clamp. In basidiomycetes, a sexual reproduction takes place by fragmentation of mycelium as well as formation of spores such as conidia, oidia, chlamydospores and arthrospores. Conidia are not of much common occurrence. Oidia is more common. It is formed generally in the primary mycelium. In some basidiomycetes, a small uninucleated fragment of hyphae break and develop a thick wall forming arthrospores. All basidiomycetes reproduce sexually by formation of sex organs in a special structure known as fruit body. Some of the species are heterothallic, that is one plus and another minus strand, that conjugate together forming dikaryon. Their nuclei then fuse, that is karyogamy occurs, and become diploid. Now a special cell called basidium is formed, inside which meiosis occurs and 4 haploid nuclei are formed. It is said that 2 are plus type and 2 are minus type of nuclei. For each nucleus, a small basidiospore develops. The process of formation of basidiospore, however, differs much in different species. Now see the photograph of a mushroom. This is mushroom, and its umbrella-like expansion is called fruit body. At its undersurface, you see there are gills. Hundreds of gills are there. If one gill is seen in vertical section, you can see such structures. These structures are called basidia. These are fertile. The 2 nuclei present in basidial cells fuse together, become a zygotic diploid nucleus, and then after meiosis 4 nuclei are formed, and each one of them forms a spore. You can see 4 spores on the lower surface. These are basidiospores. Now see how the division occurs. There are 2 nuclei here. These are haploid. They fertilize together forming diploid nucleus. Now meiosis 1, meiosis 2 occurs. 4 nuclei are formed, and then the basidiospores develop on their apex. The life cycle of parasitic fungus like the Puccinia and Astilago is more complicated. In Puccinia, life cycle is completed in 2 hosts. One is wheat, that is primary host, and another is barberry or alternate host or secondary host. It is a polymorphic rust in which the life cycle involves as many as 5 spores. In one season they grow on the barberry plant, and in another season they grow on the wheat, and therefore they perform a complicated life cycle. In them, acidia are formed, and acidiospores infect the new generation of wheat leaves and stem. In the wheat, uridospores and teletospores are formed, and wherever these mycelia grow, they cause destruction of the cells of the wheat leaf and stem that results into rust disease. Now see some of the common examples. Agaricus campestris. It is the common edible species of mushroom in India. Amanita muscaria, Amanita verna, and Amanita phyloidea. These are very toxic species, sometimes confused with a mushroom, but these are not edible. Puccinia graminis, that just I had discussed, grows on barberry plant and the wheat plant. It causes rust disease of wheat. Astilago mailis causes smut disease of maize. Astilago avenia, loose smut of oat. Astilago nuda, loose smut of barley. Astilago triticales, loose smut of wheat. Astilago citamini, whip spot of the sugar cane. Now the fourth class is Deuteromycetes. As many as 11,000 species of fungi are included in Deuteromycetes. It is a temporary group in which those fungi are put which have no sexual reproduction or unknown sexual reproduction. If sometimes the sexual reproduction is discovered, on the pattern of the sexual reproduction, these are transferred mostly in the Ascomycetes or in the Phycomycetes. So, without having sexual reproduction, these all species included in Deuteromycetes acquired a separate position. It is also called fungi imperfecti, that is imperfect fungus, because the sexual reproduction is absent or unknown. They may have septate hypha, and their asexual stages are similar to conidial stages of Ascomycetes. That is, most of the members of this class have characters similar to Ascomycetes. Alexopoulos in 1962 suggested that most imperfect fungi are Ascomycetes, in which sexual stages have either been lost in the course of evolution or have not so far been observed. Now see, this is not Penicillium. It is some one species of fungus in this class, Deuteromycetes. It is another species present in Deuteromycetes. The group is believed to be an artificial one. From time to time, the sexual stages are discovered and the fungus is transferred to either Ascomycetes or Basidiomycetes, whatever is the nature of reproduction. Alternaria, Sarcospora, Heterosporium and Cladosporium etc. are common genera of this class. Some common examples are Alternaria solini, causing early blight of potato; Alternaria tenuis, black point disease of wheat; Alternaria brassicae, leaf spots of crucifer plants; Sarcospora arachidicola, leaf spot of groundnut; Fusarium, wilt of arhar, flax, gram, cotton, tomato and banana etc. So, see, Basidiomycetes like fruit bodies growing on the surface of leaf, and this is a leaf in which early blight disease has developed due to alternaria. Now you have come to know